विश्वव्यापी रूपमा फैलिरहेको कोरोना भाइरसको कारण अहिले सारा मानव जीवन नै उथलपुथल भएको छ। कोरोना भाइरसको संक्रमण फैलन नदिन नेपालमा करिब 2 महिनादेखि लकडाउन भइरहेको छ। लकडाउनको यो अवधिमा धेरै नै मानिसहरूको जीवन प्रभावित भएको छ। भारतले केही दिन यता लकडाउन खुकुलो गरेकोले भारतीय सीमा नाकाबाट नेपालीहरूको प्रवेश तीव्र रूपमा भइरहेको छ। जुन ठाउँबाट नेपालीहरूको प्रवेश भइरहेको छ त्यो सीमा नाका त्यो क्षेत्रमा भने अहिले बिचली भइरहेको अवस्था छ। त्यहाँ मान्छेहरू अलपत्र परिरहेका छन्। खाना छैन, पिउने पानी छैन, कोरोना जाँच गर्ने टेस्ट किट छैन, उत्तम क्वारेन्टिनको व्यवस्था पनि गरिएको छैन। यसै सन्दर्भमा CNN हिरो 2015 मैगी डोयनले सरकारसँग यो समस्याको समाधान निकाल्न आग्रह गरेकी छिन्। मैगी डोयन सुर्खेतमा बस्दै आइरहेकी छिन्। CNN हिरो भए ताउनि सुर्खेतमा नै आफ्नो जीवन बिताइरहेकी हुन्। त्यहाँका बालबालिकाहरूलाई पढाउनका निमित्त मैगीले कोपिला भ्याली स्कुलको निर्माण गरेकी छिन्। उनले त्यहाँको अवस्था हेर्न नसकेर यो सहयोग मागेकी हुन्।
Hey everyone, I'm going to try to explain and just break down a little bit what's happening here in Karnali and at the Nepali-Indian border. To make a really long story short, there's about 100,000, maybe more, maybe a little bit less, Nepali migrants working in India. They work in hotels, restaurants, people's homes. They work in labor camps. They work in factories. And that makes up a huge part of remittances here and how families survive sustainably. They send sons and husbands across the border to India for work and then send back money whenever they can. So a lot of these folks have lost their jobs. They've been stranded in India. They want to come back to Nepal so that they can survive and have food to eat and get back to their villages and back to their families. And the Indian government agreed to do so. They started busing, trucking, and sticking Nepali migrants on trains to get them to the Nepali border. The issue that we had a couple months ago was that at the start of all of this, and maybe a few weeks ago, and continuous, that there's 1,600 kilometers of open border. And so people were swimming, running across the border, escaping, which was putting Nepal at risk for coronavirus because we know that a lot of the cases are coming in from India and abroad. So in efforts to kind of like secure this and repatriate Nepalese abroad, there was a system kind of put in place and a conversation with India about getting people back. So the quarantine camps, a lot of them at the border are completely full. And the new plan is to get all of these migrants, thousands and thousands of thousands, they're being released and put in buses and trucks, 50 people to a bus, kind of crammed in the back of trucks, and sent to their own given municipalities to quarantine there. I think schools are being converted, quarantine camps are being set up in each and every village, in each and every municipality. But what's happening is this process takes a long time. One, there's not rapid tests available. There's not nearly enough to be rapid testing everybody and testing people for coronavirus before they're let in. Two, there's no food and no water to be had on this process and on this very arduous, very incredibly hot journey. So these migrant workers and migrant families get across the border. It's 100 degrees, 105, 110 degrees, 45 degrees Celsius, and there's no water to drink. There's no food to be had. They have money, some of them, many of them, but they're not legally allowed to buy food anywhere. In fact, you know, the 1,800 migrants who came across today tried to buy food and were rejected and turned down. Someone was trying to sell them chow chow and she got stopped. So they haven't eaten for multiple days. They are sleeping, you know, last night a group of them slept all in the jungle and alongside riverbeds. And then they finally reach Nepal and come through Nepal and are trying to enter their districts, and they are not offered food or water or any kind of comfort or a place to sleep.
म्यागी डोयनले ब्लिङ्क नाउ फाउन्डेसनसँग मिलेर सपोर्ट क्याम्पेन निकालेकी छिन्। म्यागी ल्यामोस नेपाल 2018 श्रृङ्खला खतिवडाले पनि यो क्याम्पेनमा साथ दिएकी छिन्। श्रृङ्खलाले पनि आफ्नो सोसियल मिडिया मार्फत भिडियो पोस्ट गर्दै भारतबाट आइरहेका नेपालीहरूलाई सहयोग गर्न आग्रह गरेकी छिन्।
म्यागी डोयन CNN हिरो अफ द इयर 2015 जो चाहिँ नेपालमै कार्यरत हुनुहुन्छ र नेपालमै उहाँको ह्युमेनिटेरियन कजेसहरूको लागि उहाँले 2015मा यो अवार्ड पाउनुभएको थियो। उहाँको स्टोरिजहरू चाहिँ अहिले धेरैजनाकोमा सेयर पनि भइरहेको छ। हेर्नुभएको छैन भने मेरो स्टोरिजहरूमा पनि छ, और म्यागी डोयनकै इन्स्टाग्राममा गएर पनि हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ। सो 2 महिनादेखि चाहिँ हाम्रो लकडाउन धेरै अलि टाइट थियो होइन। हाम्रो बोर्डर्सहरूबाट चाहिँ नाकाहरूबाट कोही पनि नेपाल आउनको लागि चाहिँ रोक थियो। यो बिचमा चाहिँ फेरि हामीले अर्को बुझ्नुपर्ने कुरा के छ भन्दाखेरि कन्ट्रोलको लागि नाकामा रोक लगाउनु इट्स अ भ्यालिड पोइन्ट, तर अप्ठ्यारोमा परेकोहरूलाई उद्धार गर्नु चाहिँ हाम्रो जिम्मेवारी हो। सो त्यसैको पालना गर्दै अब पास्ट 2-3 डेजदेखि चाहिँ भारतीय साइडको नाकाहरू चाहिँ अलि धेरै खुकुलो हुँदै गइरहेका छन् होइन। र अहिले चाहिँ लार्ज नम्बर्समा भारतीय साइडको हाम्रो बोर्डर्सहरूबाट चाहिँ नेपालीहरू चाहिँ धमाधम नेपाल छिर्दै हुनुहुन्छ। बसेसका बसेस 50 to 60 बसेस 100 बसेस होइन नेपाल छिर्दै हुनुहुन्छ, विच इज अ भेरी गुड थिङ बिकज हामीले इभ्याकुएट गर्नुपर्ने थियो। हामीले रेस्क्यु इट्स सर्ट अफ अ रेस्क्यु होइन राइट नाउ, किनकि उहाँहरूको जब छैन अहिले, उहाँहरूसँग कुनै सपोर्ट छैन र वर्ल्ड इकोनोमी क्राइस हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ आफ्नै देशले हो लास्टमा गएर हेर्ने। तर वी अल्सो नो द्याट कोभिड-19 को क्राइसिसको बेलामा लार्ज नम्बरमा त्यसरी भिडभाड लागेर भित्र आउनु इट्स रियली अनसेफ र हाम्रो गाइडलाइनको विपरीत जान्छ। द्याट्स अनदर इम्पोर्टेन्ट इस्यु। अहिले म त्यो पनि साइड लगाएँ। अहिले राइट नाउ हाम्रो मेजर कन्सर्न इमिडिएट एक्सन चाहिएको भनेको चाहिँ पानी र खानाको व्यवस्था। जति पनि नेपाली भित्र आउँदै हुनुहुन्छ नेपालभित्र, उहाँहरू चाहिँ लामो एउटा यात्रा तय गरेर आउनुभएको। they've been traveling for 5 days, for a week होइन। र अहिले चाहिँ सदर्न साइडमा चाहिँ टेम्परेचर्स आर भेरी हाई, 45 डिग्रिज भन्दा माथि टेम्परेचर छ। यति लामो बाटो ट्राभल गरेर आउनुभएको छ र कतै पनि उहाँलाई खानाको व्यवस्था भएको छैन। भारतीय साइडबाट हामीले एक्सपेक्ट गर्न पनि मिल्दैन। नेपाल पसिसकेपछि पनि कुनै पनि संयन्त्र छैन जसले चाहिँ उहाँहरूलाई खाना और पानीको व्यवस्था गरिदियोस्। र यो भाइरस फैलिनबाट रोक्नको लागि चाहिँ सिस्टम के छ भन्दाखेरि पैसा भए पनि उहाँहरू ओर्लेर केही पनि किन्न पाउनुहुन्न, विच इज अ भेरी भ्यालिड मेजर। त्यो गर्नै पर्ने कुरा हो। सो पैसा भए पनि उहाँले 5 दिनसम्म खाना किन्न पनि पाउनु भएन, कसैको थ्रुबाट सहयोग पनि भएन र पानीको पनि व्यवस्था भएन। अब इमेजिन होइन 5 डेज हप्ता दिनसम्म ट्राभल गरेर 45 डिग्रिज भन्दा बढी टेम्परेचरमा वी वर ट्राभल्ड इन बसेस होइन। हामीलाई थाहा छ गर्मी हुँदाखेरि कति डिफिकल्ट हुन्छ, उकुस मुकुस हुन्छ। एउटा बसमा 60 जना प्लस मान्छे त्यसरी कोचिएर आउँदाखेरि विदाउट फुड एन्ड वाटर, आइम पुटिङ फोकस अन दिस टाइम एन्ड अगेन, विदाउट फुड एन्ड वाटर इट्स अ भेरी डिफिकल्ट सिचुएसन। एकदमै गाह्रो सिचुएसन छ र जस्ट टु एम्पथाइज, जस्ट आफूलाई त्यो पोजिसनमा राखेर हेर्नुहोस् होइन। तिर्खा लाग्दा मान्छेलाई कति गाह्रो हुन्छ र कुनै पनि तर्फबाट हेल्प नपाउँदाखेरि आफूलाई कति गाह्रो हुन्छ। जस्ट इमेजिन वन्स। सो म्यागीको स्टोरी हेर्दा थाहा पायो एभ्रीबडी देयर इज बेगिङ फर वाटर। हामीलाई पानी दिनुहोस्, द्याट्स देयर ओन्ली डिमान्ड राइट नाउ। गिभ अस फुड पनि होइन, गिभ अस वाटर। वी जस्ट वान्ट वाटर। हामीलाई पानी चाहियो राइट नाउ। वी वान्ट टु ड्रिङ्क वाटर, जस्ट पानी। द्याट्स द मेन इस्यु राइट नाउ। अनि त्यति ठुलो कुरा त होइन जस्तो लाग्छ। वी क्यान सल्भ इट राइट। आई मिन त्यस्तो लाचार त छैनौँ नि त हामीहरू। र अहिले प्रब्लम अर्को के भयो भन्दाखेरि सङ्क्रमण सर्ने डरले चाहिँ नि जो पनि गएर पानी दिन पनि मिलेन। एउटा प्रपर च्यानल हुनु पर्यो होइन, एउटा मेजर एउटा प्रपर प्लानको थ्रुबाट एक्जिक्युसन हुनु पर्यो। सो म्यागीसँगको कुरा गर्दाखेरि द फर्स्ट थिङ इज उहाँ त्यहाँ गइसकेपछि सी स द सिचुएसन, सी ट्राई टु ब्रिङ लाइट इन टु इट। र प्रदेश सरकारसँग पनि सी ह्याड अ रियली लङ मिटिङ। र हाम्रो प्रदेश सरकार, कर्णाली प्रदेशको सरकार का मन्त्रीहरू आफै पनि कर्णालीको नाकामा गएर दे saw the situation and they realized okay this is important. I'm sure that realized it before, तर जे कुरा पनि देखिसकेपछि अझै धेरै you can feel the problem. So त्यो भयो. So they are trying. I am not trying to blame game anyone. मैले गभर्मेन्टले गरेन, यो गरेन, त्यो गरेन भन्न खोजिरहेको छैन. तर म्यागीलाई हिजो हामी राति 11:30 बजेसम्म कुरा गर्दै थियौँ. राति 12 बजे फोन आएछ. आई वान्ट टु रिमाइन्ड यु, उहाँहरू दिनभरि पानी र खाना पुऱ्याएर बेलुका घर फर्किसक्नु भएपछि राति 12 बजे फोन आयो. फ्रम प्रदेश सरकारको थ्रुबाट कोही रिप्रेजेन्टेटिभले कल गर्नुभयो होला. हामीलाई 5000 वटा बोतल पानी चाहियो भनेर नाकाहरूमा. शी वाज आउट अफ इट. हामीसँग सकिसक्यो. अब हामी चाहिँ त्यो सबै बाँडिसक्यो. हामीसँग अहिले छैन भनेपछि अब के गर्ने भनेपछि कर्णाली प्रदेश अब टेन्डरमा जानुपर्ने भयो. 5000 बोतल पानी किन्नको लागि हामी टेन्डरमा जानुपर्ने भयो. मान्छे तिर्खाइरहेछ. अब टेन्डरको प्रोसेस कति लामो हुन्छ यहाँलाई थाहै छ होला. सो हाम्रो सिस्टममा केही खोट देखियो कि राइट नाउ. हामीसँग 3 tiers अफ गभर्मेन्ट छ. म्युनिसिपालिटी छन्, प्रोभिन्स छन्, हामीसँग सेन्ट्रल गभर्मेन्ट छ, फेडरल गभर्मेन्ट छ. तर यो संरचना चाहिँ 2.5 वर्ष मात्र भयो हामीले फर्म गरेको. इट्स लाइक अ न्यू बोर्न बेबी के बच्चै छ यो संरचना. र यो संरचनाले कहिले पनि यो लेभलको क्राइसिस देखेको छैन. It has never seen such crisis. र पेपरमा it looks fine, system looks fine, सबै कुरा perfect देखिन्छ. तर प्रब्लम पर्दा सिडिओ का जाँदा नगरपालिका जाऊ भनिन्छ, नगरपालिका जाँदा प्रदेशमा जाऊ भनिन्छ, प्रदेशमा जाँदाखेरि we want to help but we don't have enough funds भनिन्छ. कर्णाली प्रदेश आफैमा पनि it's one of the weakest, किनकि उहाँहरूको आफ्नो इन्कम चाहिँ त्यो प्रदेशबाट एकदमै थोरै छ. So they really have to depend on the federal government. र उहाँहरूलाई चाहिँ it's really challenging. They are trying their level best. तर यो लेभलको क्राइसिस चाहिँ उहाँहरूले पनि they have never tackled it before. र फन्ड छैन भनौँ भने फेडरल गभर्मेन्टमा इन्क्लुडिङ अल द इन्टरनेसनल एन्ड नेसनल ग्रान्ट्स एन्ड लोन्स हामीसँग $1.2 billion. Just imagine how big an amount that is. $1.2 billion चाहिँ हामीसँग छ राइट नाउ. त्यो निकासा गर्नको लागि चाहिँ पोलिसी बन्नुपर्छ. फेरि गभर्मेन्ट लेभलमा कस्तो हुन्छ भन्दा हरेक पोलिसीलाई निहालेर हेर्नुपर्छ, क्रिटिकल भएर हेर्नुपर्छ, सबैको सहमतिमा निस्किनुपर्छ. सो यस्तो पोलिसीहरू चाहिँ आजको भोलि पनि निस्किँदैन. सो वाट वी क्यान डु राइट नाउ को कुरा आउँछ. Let's call up our connections. जति पनि connections छ, let's call up, let's media हुन्छ कि business houses हुन्छ कि just our friend circles हुन्छ कि let's just all get connected. र यो सिचुएसनको लागि what can we do? Packaged food कसैले म्यानुफ्याक्चर गर्नुहुन्छ भने we need to get it there. पानीको बोटल्सहरू कसैले प्रोभाइड गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ भने we need to get it there. कसैले फन्ड हेल्प गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ भने we need to get it to people like Maggie जस्तो मान्छेहरू जसले काम गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ उहाँसम्म त्यो फन्ड पुर्याउनु पर्यो. वा अरू कुनै अर्गनाइजेसन्सहरू विलिङ हुनुहुन्छ भने उहाँहरूलाई हामीले सपोर्ट गर्नु पर्यो. राइट नाउ हाम्रो नेपालभरि जति पनि एनजिओज, आइएनजिओज, नन प्रफिट हरू हुनुहुन्छ, स्पेसली यो सेक्टरमा काम गर्नुपर्ने हुनुहुन्छ, we need to get into action right now. र यो इस्युलाई चाहिँ जति सक्दो मिडिया सपोर्ट चाहिएको छ. अहिले पानी र खानेकुराको समस्या छ, जुन कुरा चाहिँ एउटा टेन्ट राखेर हरेक नाकामा पानीको बोटल्सहरू स्ट्याक गरेर राख्ने. प्याकेज फुड, हट मिल पनि चाहिन, तातो खाना, पकाएको खाना पनि चाहिन. राइट नाउ सिचुएसन अनुसार एक्ट गर्दाखेरि प्याकेज फुड भए पनि हुन्छ, ड्राई फुड भए पनि हुन्छ, हरेक नाकामा राखिदिनु पर्यो. त्यहाँ छोडिदिने, दे विल कम, दे विल पिक इट अप. Physical distancing पनि maintain हुन्छ. It's not very difficult. We can do it. We can definitely do it. The second thing is overall migrant workers को issue. 2 months भयो since the lockdown. विदेशहरुमा लकडाउन सुरु भएको. It's been longer. नेपालमा comparatively धेरै देशहरुभन्दा धेरै पछि नै लकडाउन सुरु भएको थियो because हाम्रोमा संक्रमण त्यति बेला आइसकेको थिएन. 70-75 दिनदेखि लगभग धेरै नेपालीहरू they've been stuck outside. नेपालमा हामी यतिजना संक्रमित पुग्यौं भन्छौं, तर विदेशमा रहनु भएको नेपालीहरूको संक्रमण गन्यौं भने it's crazy. The numbers are crazy. कतारमा मात्र मे 19 सम्म 6911 जनामा संक्रमण देखिसकेको थियो. सिचुएसन एकदम नराम्रो छ उहाँहरू एउटा जेलभन्दा पनि नराम्रो फेसिलिटीमा बस्दै हुनुहुन्छ दे अल वान्ट टु कम ब्याक होम स्टुडेन्ट्सहरू बङ्गलादेशबाट कति डिस्ट्रेसिङ कल्सहरू आउँछ बहराइनबाट मलेसियाबाट डिफ्रेन्ट पार्ट्स अफ द वर्ल्डबाट इभन डेभलप्ड कन्ट्रिजहरूबाट प्लिज रेस्क्यु अस हामीलाई इभ्याकुएट गरिदिनुहोस् भनेर मेनी पिपल आर इन डायर निड राइट नाउ 12,000 जति मान्छेलाई आम माफी पनि भइसक्यो भन्नाले जेलमा रहनुभएका नेपालीहरू विदेशमा जो चाहिँ भर्खर छुट्नु भएको छ दे डोन्ट ह्याभ एनी प्लेस टु गो देश फर्किनुभन्दा बाहेक विकल्पै छैन र कतिजना पैसा तिर्न पनि तयार छौँ भन्नुभएकाहरूले पनि हामीले एड्रेस गर्न सकेका छैनौँ न्युजहरू पढ्दाखेरि थिङ्स आर ह्यापनिङ हामीले इनिसिएसन लिँदैछौँ भन्ने न्युजहरू आउँछ बट आई थिङ्क अलि लेट भयौँ क्या हामीहरू टु एड्रेस दिस सिचुएसन अलि धेरै नै लेट भयौँ अझसम्म पनि विदेशबाट नेपाल ल्याउनको लागि एउटा पनि प्लेन भित्रिसकेको छैन र क्वारेन्टिन फेसिलिटिजहरू हेऱ्यौँ भने डरलाग्दो छ म त्यस्तो ठाउँमा कहिले बस्न सक्दिनँ थिएँ टु बी भेरी अनेस्ट नेपाल गरिब देश हो यु क्यान एक्सपेक्ट मच भन्ने कमेन्ट्सहरू आउलान् तर लाइक आई सेड $1.2 billion जस्ट फर COVID-19 $1.2 billion म्यानेजमेन्टको कुरा हो विलिङनेसको कुरा हो सकिन्छ जस्तो लाग्छ वी निड टु गेट टुगेदर सानो सानो मसिनो कुरामा अल्झेर भएन प्रायोरिटी के हो राइट नाउ कसले के कमेन्ट गर्यो प्रायोरिटी हो कि नेपालको सिचुएसन कस्तो छ हाम्रो इकोनोमी कुन दिशातर्फ जाँदैछ यसबाट हामी उम्किन कसरी सक्छौँ भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ नेसनल डिबेट हुनुपर्ने हो चोइस इज योर्स बट आई थिङ्क यो क्राइसिस जस्तो इम्पोर्टेन्ट चाहिँ कसले के कमेन्ट गर्यो भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ कहिले पनि हुन सक्दैन
पक्कै पनि यस्तो अवस्थामा जसरी हुन्छ त्यसरी सहयोग गर्न आवश्यक रहेको छ तपाईले पनि आफ्नो सानो सहयोग गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ तपाईको एक सहयोगले एउटा जीवन सहज हुन मद्दत गर्छ
Hey everyone, I'm going to try to explain and just break down a little bit what's happening here in Karnali and at the Nepali-Indian border. To make a really long story short, there's about 100,000, maybe more, maybe a little bit less, Nepali migrants working in India. They work in hotels, restaurants, people's homes, they work in labor camps, they work in factories. And that makes up a huge part of remittances here and how families survive sustainably. They send sons and husbands across the border to India for work and then send back money whenever they can. So a lot of these folks have lost their jobs. They've been stranded in India. They want to come back to Nepal so that they can survive and have food to eat and get back to their villages and back to their families. And the Indian government agreed to do so. They started busing, trucking, and sticking Nepali migrants on trains to get them to the Nepali border. The issue that we had a couple months ago was that at the start of all of this, and maybe a few weeks ago, and continuous, that there's 1,600 kilometers of open border, and so people were swimming, running across the border, escaping, which was putting Nepal at risk for coronavirus because we know that a lot of the cases are coming in from India and abroad. So in efforts to kind of like secure this and repatriate Nepalese abroad, there was a system kind of put in place and a conversation with India about getting people back. So the quarantine camps, a lot of them at the border are completely full. And the new plan is to get all of these migrants, thousands and thousands of thousands, they're being released and put in buses and trucks, 50 people to a bus, kind of crammed in the back of trucks, and sent to their own given municipalities to quarantine there. I think schools are being converted, quarantine camps are being set up in each and every village, in each and every municipality. But what's happening is this process takes a long time. One, there's not rapid tests available. There's not nearly enough to be rapid testing everybody and testing people for coronavirus before they're let in. Two, there's no food and no water to be had on this process and on this very arduous, very incredibly hot journey. So these migrant workers and migrant families get across the border. It's 100 degrees, 105, 110 degrees, 45 degrees Celsius, and there's no water to drink. There's no food to be had. They have money, some of them, many of them, but they're not legally allowed to buy food anywhere. In fact, the 1,800 migrants who came across today tried to buy food and were rejected and turned down. Someone was trying to sell them chow chow and she got stopped. So they haven't eaten for multiple days. They are sleeping. Last night, a group of them slept all in the jungle and alongside riverbeds. And then they finally reach Nepal and come through Nepal and are trying to enter their districts, and they are not offered food or water or any kind of comfort or a place to sleep. So they are angry. They are very angry. They feel not welcome. They feel neglected. They are insulting, the country about, not welcoming them properly. And they also seem to understand that they are at risk for coronavirus, and they totally get it. They were like, yeah, we know that we could be carriers, and we get that we need to be careful. That's why we were trying to socially distance, but we can't socially distance when we get thrown into a bus with 60 other individuals or into the back of a truck like an animal. And by the time we reached the Karnali border today, people had passed out. There was a guy who passed out and he dislocated his arm, so he was just waiting by the side of the road with his arm dangling. People were starving and hungry, having not been given food or access to buy food. Thank goodness they were able to find a pipe that was carrying water from somewhere. I don't know what the source was. And they were able to break that pipe and have some water to drink and fill up whatever canisters they had. They were able to stick some of the children who were overheating kind of under the water and get their body temperatures cooled down to stop people from fainting, having not eaten or had water to drink. So that was the situation. Understandably, a lot of people don't want to go anywhere near, like police, army. They're really worried about transmission. And no one really knows who's responsible for feeding and providing water. Like, is the municipality responsible? Is the CDO office? Is the district? Or is it the federal government? No one knows. And so no one's really able to step up because no one really has a budget for this, and no one seems to know how to handle this other than making sure that people don't escape and run off to their villages. So we've got like a really serious situation on our hands. And I'm going to be meeting with the chief ministers, any government officials I can. I'm trying to explain. I'm trying to get some national attention on this, about how serious this issue is, how inhumane it is, and what a violation it is of these are refugees in a way, trying to come home. And it's not that hard to give people some cooked rice and dal on a disposable plate and get big black garbage bags and gloves and keep distance. It's people get aggressive once they're not fed. People get angry and don't want to obey anymore once they're not being fed or cared for or given water. That's when things get scary. So we really need to get to the source of the issue, make sure people have checkpoints, water, meals provided. I think we can do this in a safe and efficient way, but it's going to take scale, and it's going to take government or big aid and development organizations to come in, and this is not something I can handle on my own. So there's thousands more people coming over the border in the coming days, in the coming weeks, in the coming months. We need to treat these people justly and humanely and properly. We need to keep the rest of the population really safe. I have come on board with the government as an ambassador and problem solver and advisor to help with solving these problems, and I need your help. I need your help too, to help us kind of troubleshoot this, whether it's leveraging media and news, getting the attention of the federal government about these issues. I don't know yet, but we're going to solve the problem, and we're going to get people water and food, and we can do this safely without bringing coronavirus in. We just need to figure it out. And I just wanted to explain what I was seeing today. I was the only person that I saw today with I didn't see media, I didn't see many army or police.
For more updates, subscribe to our channel, click the video link and enjoy watching the videos.